Hello, nurse. Come on in, everybody's. Namaste. Nobody's. Meows. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, y'all. Strong's Adventures in the house. What's up, Billy? Bobo. Yeah, what's up, broke down? Right? I know. 2 trucks, both of them are still broke. Well, I'll get to that in a bit. The Ford still broke down. Toyota. Whew, yeah. Britain Farm Homestead. Hello, hello. Hey, hey. Sonny's Place. Hola, amigos. JT in the house. Thank you. Yes, if you don't mind, hit that like button. Greatly appreciated. Mr. Corshire. Hello. Dana. What's going on, brother? I'll let people roll in. You guys wouldn't mind sharing out the feed. I did post yesterday that we were going live today. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I literally walked in the door not about 29 minutes ago. So yeah, there's that. I was definitely on the side of the road. As Bob has stated, what's up, Mr. Broke Down? Yes, I broke down my little pick 'em up truck. Yes, you guys are up at John's. So Yamaz John, what's going on, brother? I wish I could be there. I just can't afford it or get out of work. Otherwise, I would definitely be there. All right. Shane's in the house. What's going on? Hey, you can't stay. Just want to say hello. Why? Hello. Thank you for dropping in. Brother Troy. That's all right if you can't stay. It's all good. I understand. Life happens. I live it every day. Obviously, as this one is now the occasional Tuesday live, it is what it is. Is we're able to do some of those things. You know, it's stuff like today, right? Is the reasons why it's just troublesome, right? Is we try to get projects done. We're trying to set money aside to do stuff, and you know, I'm not trying to do a charity or anything. You know, I love everybody that helps us 100%, but man, it never fails. Like we take, you know, a few steps forward, 3 steps back, a few steps forward, 3 steps back. But hey, we're getting there. It's all right. All right. Oops, can't stay. The wife is on TV. She was in the virtual audience on the Dr. Phil show. What? Your wife was on the Dr. Phil show? That is awesome. That's cool. And right when the gas gauge is on the E. No, I actually got a full tank. So, yeah. So I don't know. For those of you that follow us on Instagram, you probably saw the pictures of the missing needle bearings out of my universal joint. That's the very rare. So the Toyota Tacomas, in their infinite wisdom, they have, it's actually a 2-part shaft. It's a 2 separate shafts. So you have obviously the universal joint from the transmission, and then that goes into what's called a carrier bearing. So it's basically just a bearing that supports that the aft end of the forward shaft or the front shaft. Okay, and then from there, it goes into basically a double universal joint knuckle looking thing. Okay, then it goes into the second drive shaft, and then from there it goes into another universal joint that and then connects to your axle. So the universal joint that is closest to the rear axle was obliterated, and if you've seen those pictures, you would see what I meant by that. So I went and I got the parts, everything, and I've done universal joints. I've done several, so I knew what I was doing. And this is the kind that has the clips on the inside, right? So some of them have the clips that go to the outside of the caps that cover your needle bearings, and then there's some that have the caps on the inside, or the little rings on the inside. And yeah, I have a feeling that the yoke itself that the universal joint goes into, I have a feeling it's bad, and it chucked one of the caps. So I was doing 70 miles per hour in the express lane, or it's like the HOV, but here in Virginia, if you're by yourself, you can pay to take it, and it's 50 cents. I prefer to do that because it gets me out of sitting in traffic for an hour. So I pay the 50 cents and I take the expressway, which you can drive 10 miles per hour faster than on the regular side of the freeway. So I do that. And yeah, doing 70 miles per hour, the whole truck just started. I heard a loud bang. The whole back of the truck kind of, shifted a little bit, and then it just started wobbling and making a lot of racket. So I pulled off to the side as fast as I could, and had a car almost hit me. Awesome, because I was in the left lane. I had to get over all the way to the far right, which is into another lane, and then into the shoulder, which is a very small shoulder because it's in a express HOV, which is has the concrete barriers on both sides, so it only has one shoulder lane in there, and it's not very big. So yeah, that's what happened with that. So let me catch up with some of these comments. People saying hi to each other, hi to each other, hi to each other. Oh, that's cool. Britton Farm Homestead in the house. Sounds like chaos to me. And yeah, I was talking about the universal joint for my drive shaft on my Toyota pick-em-up truck. Miss Duncan in the house. Hello. Granddad's Forge. Most definitely. Thank you. Yep. If you wouldn't mind, smush the like button. It's greatly appreciated. Not required, but greatly appreciated. All right. Yep. That's about it. So, yeah. So that was it. And I got home. Normally I get home, close to 4 o'clock. And today I didn't get home until a little after 5:30. So yeah, it took me a little bit. I didn't really have to wait. So we utilize USAA. Not sponsored by them, but I'm definitely gonna give them a shout out because they do some great work, and everything is controlled for roadside assistance through an app. So you basically just log into their app. You go into roadside assistance and type in all your information. They'll use a location from your phone. It gives you the exact location of where you're at. Just GPS in our area is kind of iffy, especially on the HOV. So it said I was on the other side of the freeway, not in the HOV lane. And even though I put that in the special instructions, part of that app, that way whenever they send it off to the truck guy, he didn't know I was in a HOV, so he actually ended up passing me. And the HOV in our area, it only really has one entrance for the direction that I was going. He is able to utilize the because there are a few sections that for special vehicles like the highway patrol and ambulances and fire trucks and all that, right? That they can use that along with the tow trucks. So, but he passed one, and then he had to basically go back and come around, and yeah. So that is what it is. If they would have passed on that little bit of information, he would have known or beforehand that I was in the HOV instead of passing me twice, basically, and then having to come back around. So, but that's cool. I only had to wait maybe 15 minutes tops. So, and I did record video of a lot of that process. So, a great guy, great company. They've actually is the same company that towed the Ford. Yeah, I love them. I know that they work with USA, and they do great stuff, and I don't have to pay for it. Well, I do pay for it monthly through my insurance company, but I've had to use them now for a few times. Obviously, they were able to tow the Ford from Mr. Bobo's house where he lives here. So I was able to get that truck towed, and I was able to get my Toyota towed. So therefore, those two towing fees that I would have incurred to date is much more expensive than what I've paid for all three vehicles of my insurance for towing assistance. So yes, if you don't have towing assistance, look into it because it's very handy and nothing out of pocket at the time of towing. So that's pretty cool. I like it. So Dan's in the house. Hello, fam. Popping in during his break time. So definitely glad you can drop in. And Billy Truck's at the shop itself too. He finally figured out that he couldn't figure out what was wrong with his truck. And JT's going to light the grill, so yep. Oh, wrong one. Boink. Boink. Lighting the grill. Be right back. Okay. And yes, so got to have towing assistance. It's a great addition to your insurance policy. Most definitely. So I've obviously in my younger years, before I had all this awesome gray color in my beard and my hair, I never had towing assistance because I couldn't afford it. I probably still can't afford it, but I do anyway. No, I can afford it. It is one of those things. We live comfortably, not as comfortable as we would like because we do have other stuff with life that happens. So, same thing that we tell you guys all the time. So I am trying to do YouTube full time eventually. I drag Gladys kicking and screaming sometimes, but no, she definitely supports my journey and my craziness and all those things. But with that, right, comes patience and time, and I have a lot of patience. Obviously, I stuck it out in the military for 20 years, so trust me, I have patience. And I know good things come to those who wait, and that's definitely one thing that we do here is have patience and we wait. So those of you that know or don't know, okay, that I am divorced from my first marriage, okay, and I do still pay her, unfortunately. I have about another year and a half, almost 2 years left on that, along with child support and along with she gets a portion of my military retirement. So yes, she ends up getting paid more than someone that would make at a minimum wage job. And then she also has a job. So that is one of those things that gets me a little sour sometimes. But hey, it's part of it. It's part of life. It's part of that stage in my life right now. So it is what it is. And I already know that, being a patient man that I am, that is not a forever thing, other than the military retirement. So she will get that for the rest of her life unless she chooses not to. But knowing the type of person that she is, she'll not do away with it. So yeah, and then obviously we do have a child. Okay, me and my ex. So that's one of those things that I'm still in fighting on that one. So obviously I'm still paying a lawyer for different things on that. And then stuff here, right? Our household. You guys know that Gladys has 2 kids. They stay here for 2 weeks, then they go to their dad's for 2 weeks. Okay, so that's one of those things that we have to deal with that. One of the biggest reasons why we're unable to move. So if you did not know that, the reason why we're here in Virginia is because of that, right? It's one of those things that's still in deliberation or whatever. Okay, is we don't have full custody of any of our kids. So, but that's okay. We're doing the best we can with what we have. We're living our lives day for day, for the most part. Right? You still got to plan out some things. Okay, you can't just say, "Hey, what am I doing today?" That doesn't always work. Okay, but there are things. Do we still plan on buying property in Arkansas? Yes. Do we still plan on moving to Arkansas at some point in our life? Yes. Those are things that are definitely going to happen. So, but until that happens, we have plenty of projects to do in this house. This house was built in the early 60s. So it has plenty of projects. We have the shop to build. We have other things we want to do outside. We have plenty of stuff we need to do inside. And it's all things that we are going to get on video, and we're going to do that as soon as we can. But there's a few things that I also wanted to talk about when we came in, right? And I know the last video that I did, and I can't remember though if it's actual video or if it's live. But anyway, I did talk about sponsorships and things to that nature. So yes, there are some stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. And then I also, and I'll wait. I don't know. Yeah, JT's back. So we actually have mail call from Mr. JT and Denise Barrett over at Jason's Forge. And then Miss Denise Barrett also has her own channel. Okay, so everyone here should already be subscribed to both of them. If you're not, go subscribe to them. Hit the notification bell because they're awesome people. Okay, so we'll open this in a little bit. I already kind of know what it is. I know he said he put some surprises in there. So yeah, we haven't opened it yet because we planned on doing the live show over the weekend, and life happens, right? Things happened. We didn't get to it. And so now we're doing the live show today, and we're jumping in. So Gladys will be coming in and out. She's still cooking dinner for the family. And yeah, that is what it is. The kids are here. So we do have a therapy session that happens every single day with the little one, because she is autistic, for those of you that know or don't know. So we do have people that come in and such for that. And Simple Life Reclaimed. Hey, Miss Mel and Gary. So it's going well. Yep. It is going. So you guys missed the beginning. My truck broke down. Yay! Stranded on the side of the freeway, and I had to have a tow company come to my rescue. But that's all right. Truck's in the shop. It's going to get fixed. We'll do what we can and whatnot. So let's look back into some of these text chat stuff, because I'm here by myself. So I get on a rant, or not necessarily a rant, but I like to talk sometimes. And then I don't read. All right. Sonny's got some chicken cooking. Hey, we're doing some chicken too. We're not doing pollo asado. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I don't know what she's making, but I do know that we do have pollo um, being cooked. I just don't know exactly what she's doing. I know we have some salsa that is oh my goodness. Yeah, I think she was upset whenever she made that salsa because it is super spicy. Dan's making a potato box for a client. That's cool. Making some tenderloin, yummy. And so, which branch did you serve in? I did the Navy. Both Gladys and myself did the Navy. I did 20 years. She did roughly 12. She was medically released, and I actually had retired. So I did 20 years, 24 days, in about 4 hours. Not that I was counting. But yeah. So I'm getting through. And no, I don't have to cut my leg to pay for it. So, and that's one of the reasons also that they talk about as well, Simple Life Reclaimed, is budgeting, right? Is living within your means and paying off bills, being debt free. And it's one of the things that I have been doing since my divorce in 2015, 2016 timeframe. And I've built my credit back up. I've built money saving stuff, right? So that's one of the first things that you always do is you set an emergency savings. And with that is I don't have the amount in there that is deemed necessary from the great almighty of the snowball effect method of debt reduction, but I do have enough to be able to cover the repairs, and that's what I'm going to use my emergency savings for, because that's what this is. Emergency. I had an accident in my truck. It's an emergency. I need my truck to get to work, and I'm glad that I have that set aside. Hopefully, it doesn't go too much, otherwise, I will have to dip into other funds that I don't want to have to dip into. And the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla are here. Hello, beard looking great. Why, thank you. Yep, it's coming in. That's coming in. And that's actually what we have here is some beard products. And I can't wait to dip into it. Can't wait to dip into it. And and I think I'm towards the bottom. Oh, and Gordon is here. Hello. He's thinking of making his own charcoal. So that is one thing that I would love to do at some point is doing a charcoal retort. Obviously not here. I'd probably end up going to jail because I do live inside city limits. But that's okay. It's one of those things that I would like to have my own wood and my own stuff that I can cut down trees like limbs and stuff like that and utilize that for making charcoal. Even though I prefer to use coal for my forge, not necessarily charcoal. I use bituminous coal. So yeah. And we thank you. Thank you. And if you guys haven't been, for those of you here watching, if you guys haven't been over to Simple Life Reclaimed, they are some awesome people. They are our best buddies online, families, and we talk to them often. And they actually just did a video that did a little shout out for us because we bought one of their shirts, and we thank you. We love you for that. And don't be afraid of moving. Trust me, we are ready to go to Arkansas ourselves, but we have to wait a little bit longer. So it will be a little bit before we can be neighbors. But hey, you guys just need to warm it up a little bit, and then we'll be there. That's all. And yes, most definitely, Dave Ramsey would be proud of our plan. And yes, that's one of the things I do follow, and I have reduced my debt, my marital debt that I had, and other stuff 60%. I've reduced my debt 60% in less than 5 years. So it's trust me, my ex racked up my debt a lot. I'm not afraid to admit that with the stuff that I did, obviously I let her control everything, and that's my own fault. I have learned my lesson, and now with Gladys and myself, we are both on the same page of my money is my money, her money is her money, and then we have a shared account, a shared checking account, not credit cards, but a shared checking account that, or joint checking account that is used strictly for bills for the house, for things that we share, groceries, things to that nature. And that we put in 50-50 on that. And then whatever money I have for me, if I want to go buy something and it's my money, I go buy something, it's my money. And the same thing for her, right? If she wants to go buy something, it's her money. She can go buy whatever she wants. And it's one of those things that you don't argue whenever you have your own money, right? That's, you kind of take that off the table. Because it's two things that, couples, because a marriage, right? Marriage is a job. It really is. It takes work. Okay. It's not one of those 50-50s. I know a lot of people say 50-50, but we don't do a 50-50. We do a 100-100. And then with that is she gives 100%, I give 100%. We help each other out, and we do stuff around the house for each other. We help with each other. Like if she needs help with bills, I help her with her bills. If I need help with my bills, she helps me with my bills. And it's just one of those things that it's a mutual thing that you have to do. Marriage is a full-time job. And if you get to the point that you don't want to help each other out, then there's something wrong, and you guys need to figure that out. Right? So, and yes, so I get an allowance. Yes, I had an allowance with my previous marriage, and it wasn't a very big one. And we actually fought about money all the time because she didn't have a job. So the sole income was mine, and then I got an allowance from it. So basically, she would go spend whatever she wanted to spend on whatever she wanted to buy, and then I had basically $100 a month to go do what I wanted with $100 a month. That's even on deployments overseas, right? Yeah, didn't work out too well. And yep, we love you too, and most definitely cannot wait. Because even the area that you guys are at, we do plan on being in that corner of the state. Might not necessarily be in the same town, but somewhere close, most definitely. Ding! Someone's messaging me. Normally, I silence my phone. All right. Awesome. Yeah, beer is considered a grocery item, most definitely. Same thing with bourbon, wine, and tequila, because that's some of the other things that we do. And in just a second, because this is one of the things I read this, but couldn't find anything. All right, so, and I'm not going to talk about it yet, but that is actually one of the sponsorships type kind of thing. Not necessarily a sponsorship, but it's something that I definitely would like to talk about, but I need to make sure that I'm within the guidelines, before talking about said thing, because it's very hard to get into, and I don't want to get kicked out of it. Yeah. Joe's got to go. Work calls. I appreciate you, Joe, for coming in. Mr. Soggy Bottom Forge. Be well, brother. Thank you for dropping in. And but yeah. So since my day was very hectic, I have been slowing down on my bourbon intake. Obviously, funding and other things like that. So I tried to only drink bourbon on Fridays and Saturdays, and then some of the cheaper stuff, beers, whatnot. Because I like to have at least one drink with dinner, whatnot. But since today was a hectic day, I was like, nope, I'm pouring myself a drink. So that's what I did. And all right, Brenton Farm Homestead, you have to run. Definitely thank you for dropping in. Yep, go get some dinner. I know we got some dinner coming. All right. So, all right. So we actually got 11 people in here. We're already past 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and open up some mail. Actually, let me get a light turned on because I know the sun's going down. It's getting a little darker. Get some light in here. So I wasn't wearing this shirt today whenever I broke down. I probably should have been. Yeah, my other shirt was really dirty from work, so I went ahead and changed. I think if I would have been wearing this, I probably wouldn't have broke down. But that's all right. The truck will get fixed. All right, so I don't have any of those fancy dancy knives to open up boxes yet, or like the big axe. Plus, I'd rather be a little cautious than anything. So I know some of the stuff in here is a liquid type product, so I don't want to cut into it. All right, so as you can see down in the ticker below, right, I do have the hashtag Beard Up Challenge 2020. So that's another thing, right? Beard's coming in, looking great. And I had reached out to JT over at Drayson's Forge because he had sent me some product before. If he can make me some more product, some beard balm and some oils and whatnot, and he agreed to it. So that's one of the things that he had sent over. Okay, so we have some stuff in here, and these are all labeled Gladys. So we got some stuff in here. I don't know if you can read. Okay, right there, Gladys. So I think this is her special gift. So I will set this off to the side. Right, I'll set that off to the side. All right, so some of these things, and this is something that I did or haven't paid for yet, but I am paying for. Okay, and some of these products are mine, and some of these products I'm actually going to sell. And what we did put out on the last video, right? And I don't know if JT and Miss Denise has seen this, but for the proceeds that we get from this, okay, 50% of this is going into the shop build, and 50% of this is going into autism awareness, because both of us actually have an autistic child. So there is a local autism group here that Gladys wants to donate to. I left that one up to her. So for things that we sell, so we got some beard bands, and JT actually makes these beard bands. So for those nice long beards, you put the beard band up in there. It looks awesome. Looks pretty cool. All right, Dan's out of here. Okay. Heading out again, sanding and sealing the planter. Yep, most definitely. Be safe. Thank you for dropping in, brother. And Craig is here. Hey, hey. Yep, you did text me saying that you'd be here. So that's cool. And and yeah, and he's like, and you're a blacksmith. I have all kinds of knives. So, and that's one of the things, right? Is I've always claimed to be. So I like to be a well-rounded blacksmith, not necessarily a bladesmith. So whenever I first started, a lot of people get into blacksmithing strictly to do blades. Okay, and there's one thing that I was never really interested in was making blades. So Miss Gladys here, hey baby. So is it something that I am never going to do? No, because I've made one. It's a shop knife that I have out in the shop. Okay, so I will definitely be doing that. So then we got some oils. Ooh. And I know some of these, Jeff will probably tell me what caps are what, if it's not labeled in here already. Then we got some beard bands, and then that bag over there is all labeled Miss Gladys. So you got your own little thing. Yeah. And then Josh is here.
Hey.
Hey. Says, hey y'all. And then I know a lot of people are all going in our blacksmithing community are going to Mr. John Coffey's house because I know that they had canceled the big meetup for. This is smoked salt. So smoked salt. So it's one of the big blacksmith meetups that they do there in Ohio every year around September. They canceled that due to things going on. Okay, so Mr. John Coffey, one of the first ones that they did a while back, a lot of people went and stayed at his place, the little camping thing, right? So and those people are called the Quad Squad because it's Quad State, right? Is the event that they have, and so they all stayed there. Well, the very first group that did that, right? They're all called the Quad Squad, and then I kind of got honorarily put into the group, even though I haven't been there yet, and I definitely love all of them for that. But just through work, right? I'm not able to take off work, otherwise I would be there, and just other funding, right? So just things that I can't do yet, right? And then these are all mine. So this one says me. So those are mine. All right. And then there we go. Some stuff. So I got mine. Glasses got hers. Okay. And then some oils. All right. So some of this stuff we'll be going through. And like I said, I do want to sell some of this product. And obviously I'm going to be using it because we're in a beard growing contest. So I'd only planned on giving one, and that's to my team leader. And then other than that, anybody else that's part of the challenge, sorry, you need to get your own. So yeah, thank you, Mr. JT and Mr. Denise Barrett. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, these, I don't know some of the essential oils that he talked about with this. I know that those are going to smell great, and I can't wait to dip into it and see what it is. But all right, so hey, let's see, let's go up here. And then, yep, beard bands are inspiration to keep growing. Yes, because you need a nice long beard to have a beard band. Most definitely. It doesn't work and stuff like this. It's coming along. So that's one of those things that, for the Beard Up Challenge is they're talking about, grooming. How do you groom? How do you trim? What products do you use? Okay. This is the product I use. So I don't buy a store-bought product. I go to my local friends from my community, and I have them make it for me. because I've used his product before. It was great. Everyone has seen what my beard looked like before, so it works great. I love it, and it's actually the first time that I've gotten oil though. I did have to use a store-bought oil, but not now. So, and if you don't know when to use an oil or when to use the beard balm, it's something that I'll talk about on a later video, going through on that. And then for the beard rings, right? These are awesome things to have, right? Nice little, gives you kind of like that Viking flair. So obviously to grow a big beard, okay, is you don't trim if you want to grow a big beard. That's just how it is, okay? There's little, obviously you can line out because I get some random hairs up here on my cheeks. So I'll trim that a little bit. And then down here, all of my neck, all of this hair will connect down. So I got chest hair. This will all connect. So if I don't trim that, then I'm just hot. So I do trim my neck, but that's about it. Basically all the way down to the very bottom of my jawline. But everything else, nope, I don't trim anything else. So yeah, the kids were knocking at the door, so Miss Gladys went to go see what they're doing, and I know that she's still finishing dinner. Mr. Dana's got to roll out. All right. And then, oh yeah, bourbon definitely works great for growing out a beard. And then, who else? And then, you're watching on the lag. Yeah, I know you guys will have much better internet whenever you move because you won't be out in the middle of the desert. So that's okay. Because I know that you guys were still working on the trailer and trying to get all that all finished up. It's looking great, by the way. It's so awesome. I can't wait to be working on our shop. So actually, one of the things that I did want to mention was our woodworking shop, right? So I do have, it's a 16-foot by 20-foot detached garage. That was the woodworking shop that we're doing stuff. So just other things that were going on, stuff like that. That place became a disaster. Okay, to the point where I didn't want to film in there just because you could barely walk through there. Okay, there were so much things in there, not necessarily from projects. It started becoming like an overflow of just junk. Okay, it was just getting thrown out there. It wasn't getting cleaned up. I go out there, I do a project, I would clean, and then Gladys would go out there and do a project and wouldn't clean, and then I would have to clean, and then we'd end up doing other stuff, and neither one of us would clean, and it just got to the point to where I will definitely admit that we were being lazy about it, and it wasn't getting cleaned, and it just piled on and piled on and piled on. And basically, the last thing that we did out of there was the renovation to the laundry room, right? She went and got all those cabinets, and we did all that stuff, and had to fix some of them and do those things. And a lot of the stuff that came out of the laundry room that went in there just got, basically tossed around. So that space was just completely atrocious. It still is. It's a work in progress. We actually have some really great storage designs and storage plans that we're doing, and we may do a video on the tail end of it, more or less, because we're just trying to get that space cleaned up, because I do need to knock down it's like a little storage shed, right, that's on the back side, because that's where the blacksmith shop is going in. And so the blacksmith shop itself is going to be a 16, so the detached garage is 16 feet wide, 20 feet long. So the blacksmith shop is going to be 16 feet wide, and then it's going to be 12 feet long. So it'll be a decent sized shop. I do want it to be a concrete pad the biggest reason, right, is we plan on, helping vets, having veterans come in. So that's to include veterans that are in a wheelchair. So I do plan on having a setup of an anvil and other things that's going to be down lower. So if someone comes in a wheelchair, they are able to participate. Okay, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I want the whole thing to be concrete. Along with, there's other stuff that we're gonna have to do eventually as well with attached, because our driveway does not connect to the detached garage, to the shop. Okay, there is a section that we're gonna have to pour a slab, but I've been looking into. So where I'm doing the blacksmith shop, right, I can't get a concrete truck back there. I can't get a pump truck, or I can get a pump truck, but that stuff gets expensive, right? So as of right now, I can do it myself with concrete bags, but I'm not going to mix that stuff by hand. But I am lucky enough that, being a retired military guy, I can go through my MWR, which is, military recreational stuff. They actually have an outdoor tools that you can rent, either for the day, for the weekend, or for the week. And I can get a concrete mixer for $60 for an entire week. So I think that I can go get the concrete myself in 80-pound bags, throw it in a mixer. You can do 1-2 bags at a time normally into one of those bigger mixers, and then just start going to town. Normally that stuff, it takes a little bit longer to set up. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It could be challenging. I don't know. I would really like to be able to get a concrete truck back there with a pump truck. Obviously, it'd be much easier. I still want to do all the forms. I want to do all the pouring, everything myself. Just the actual concrete portion itself. I personally, I just can't afford to have a truck come in with a pump truck, because the Ford's in the way, everything. So they would basically have to go from the street, or basically in front of my truck, to the back, which is over 100 feet roughly. So I don't even know if a pump truck can reach that far. And let me turn this down. I got all kinds of people trying to come in. All right. Silence. No, I won't kill it. All right. So yeah, so that's one of the things there. Obviously, I want to start getting the forms put in for the concrete. That way I can get going on that. I can start doing concrete forming before taking out that little shed, because the shed portion, for one, it's not sitting on a concrete slab. It's only sitting on blocks, which I think I have like critters living underneath it, possibly a rat and or a possum. I'm not sure yet, but there is definitely something underneath there. But it doesn't go all the way to the very side of the backside. So I can start doing that form there, the whole side closest to the fence that we put in. And then for the front section, I'm not going to be able to do that yet until I actually tear down the shed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to put the form all the way up against the existing shop. Plus, I do need to level some of that area out, because I only plan on doing a 3-inch slab. But for the areas, so since it is under the square footage for this area, I don't have to have a permit, but I do need to have, since it's going to have walls that go up 8 feet, and then the same, the roof system and everything like that, it does have to have the footers on the edge. Okay, so I do plan on going down a foot, and then they're also a foot wide. Okay, so that's basically a 12 by 12 blocks being poured around a 16-foot by 12-foot parameter, and then having a 3-inch slab across the entire thing. Okay, so I've looked into it. If I was doing it by 80-pound bags, I need roughly 84 of those bags. And then the cost of the mixer. So, and I know to do a truck and a pump truck is going to be much more than what it would cost to do the bags in the mixer. So we will see. David's in the house says, I'm late, but I made it. You're not late. You're okay. Definitely appreciate you for dropping in. And I know. Oh, trust me, you're helping out plenty. So for those of you that are here, that I think everyone here should know that the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla themselves, that's the second part of the duo doing the Beard Up Challenge 2020, and has chosen us, right, to help build our shop. So all the proceeds that, or not all the proceeds, but a percentage of the proceeds for the shirts, for the Beard Up Challenge 2020 shirts, if you have not gotten, right, you can go to Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, and a portion of those proceeds comes back to us to help build our shop. Oh yeah, Gordon, I live in Virginia. In Virginia, I just saw that. Ohi-san? Is that how you say that? Ohi-san's world? Gotta take off. I definitely appreciate you for dropping in. Thank you for being here. I think I missed seeing you come in. Like I said, sometimes I just get to talking and I don't read. So if I miss a comment, I'm sorry. Try to put it, if you're trying to ask a question, just put it in all caps with a bunch of question marks, and hopefully I will see it, because I get to looking at the camera because I'd like to make eye contact, right? Instead of looking off to the side, and then you can see I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at chat. Yeah. So I only have StreamYard open. I do not have the YouTube open. So if any of my moderators, Billy or anybody, can go get that stuff. And then yeah, Bob's Adventure on Wheels has shirts as well, which his shirts should be going to another place for suicide awareness, because he did state that he wanted to give his proceeds as well for his shirts to us to help build our shop, and I gracefully declined, and I gave him a few different ideas of where he could send his proceeds to help with veterans suicide awareness. Even though both things are very good to help, whether it's just regular or veterans. But I did give him a few ideas of where his proceeds can go. Yeah, I mean, if anyone in this area does concrete that can help us out, I mean, I'm not afraid to pay. I need to know, because I know the ones that I've looked into, I can't afford. But yeah, so JT, what are the different caps? Because I know you got red, white, and blue for these different flavors. Oh, Wolf's in the house. What up? All right, so there's only one big bottle, so that one's mine. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Oh yeah. Oh, this is. I haven't even showered yet, and I don't care. Yep, that's the one I took. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Good stuff right there. All right, so anybody that is interested in an oil, and I will possibly, right, because JT being an awesome guy, I'm pretty sure that he loves me to death, and that if I ordered more, that he would make some more. But look at that, y'all. Mm. Yummy. Okay. That I want to sell some of these. I don't know. I don't have a price yet. Okay. But you can message us or email us. Okay. And we'll work something out. And like I said, 50% of these proceeds is going to autism awareness. Okay. And then we also got some, boom, three pounds of smoked salt. Which one was this? I don't even think I've done it. Okay. Yeah. If you message me after the stream, that's cool. Oh, y'all. If we only had smell-o-vision. Oh, mesquite and pear. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I don't know if I can sell any of this. Nah, I might be able to a little bit. Maybe a couple. I got some shakers that I can do. Share love, but oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there. Good stuff right there. All right, then definitely some of the beard bands. Okay, so that's one of the things that JT, I love you, brother, and I know that your child drives you crazy as much as ours does. So we definitely like giving back to that community as well. And yeah, Gladys didn't get a chance to go through hers yet. So yeah, anybody interested, beard oils, products, some of the beard balms, we can work stuff out, get that going, and then whenever I run out, I'll buy some more. I know. I keep twisting your arm, JT. I told you it's only because I love you. All right. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, yeah, there's the link to the Beard Up Challenge. So yeah, that's gonna have the stuff for there, and then I definitely appreciate you, Gordon. We can help. And then for the yeah, so stuff for the Teespring is where they have the products for the Beard Up Challenge 2020. And then while you're there, right, obviously, to get products for the Beard Up Challenge 2020, look at some of their other stuff because Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla have some awesome products, y'all. Awesome products, and they actually just got some new stuff coming in, and like some new stickers and some new logos of like some of the things that they're doing. It looks amazing. Some great work, and Mr. Bar Run Forward is back. Hey, welcome back. What's up, Troy? And then, and yes, but the Beard Up Challenge 2020 products, those are the ones that we get the proceeds from. So, but if you're going in and you're buying other stuff from the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, they get those proceeds. So you're still helping out a great channel, y'all. So definitely go in and support. So as of right now, okay, the places that we were buying shirts and hats and cups and all that, we were putting that onto our Etsy page. Well, that place we no longer do business with. So we are currently in a process of revamping our shirts and our hats and our other stuff for selling. So as of right now, we don't have products to offer other than stickers, right? If you want a sticker, you just send me a message or an email and I'll send you a sticker. You don't even have to buy that for right now. But for shirts and other things like that, we currently do not sell product until I get, because I know a lot of people do, the Teespring and all these, some of these other ones. Just as of right now, we kind of have to put a halt, a timeout on that. But we will be doing that again, hopefully soon. And then and then peace, respect, get the forges burning. Most definitely. So I'm actually in the process of I didn't do a video on it because I'm just trying to get to the point that, because I needed something mobile, right? Just a small little cart, just something that I can do quick and I can move it around. It's on wheels. So I'm actually doing a little cart. I went and bought a cart from Harbor Freight, and it's just one of those little red carts that I'm drilling a hole in it. I'm putting a brake drum into, and with a little fan, little electric fan, putting that in there just so I have something that I can get back into, forging. And then I've also made a stand. It's the first one that I've made, so it has a lot of flaws in it. I'm actually going to be making one for Yamez as well. So I actually got a lot of timber. So a lot of that timber that I was going to use in the shop, now I'm not. So now I'm going to be making stands for anvils / post vise, right? It's all in one. It's the same thing that our guild uses, basically. So I've made one of those. It works great. I've actually already put my post vise on it. I've already put a smaller anvil on it, but I think I'm going to put the bigger anvil on it instead for mine. And then, yeah, so I actually had to use that over the weekend. I've already done that. So I'm basically just trying to get this stuff together so I can get back into doing blacksmithing, right? Because I put a lot of that stuff to the side and I packed away because that little 10x10 tent that I had, the canopy ripped on it. And it's just, I was trying to clear off that concrete slab because we're doing other stuff with the yard and just trying to clean up, right? But I'm still trying to have a little setup that I can wheel around and put something inside and take it outside and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay. But yeah, the HOJ style forwards, most definitely. Yeah. And I've actually been trying to look and see if I can make even a little smaller version of a bellows, like just like a small little bellows, where I can have the electric fan and a bellows on it. So if I go to a spot where I don't have electric, then I still have like little hand powered bellows I can control. And then, oh yeah, it's not a drum. It is a rotor. It's a the disc. It is actually the front, the stock front brakes off of Gladys's Jeep. The rotor, yeah. So, and no, I got plenty of rotors. I'm good. So, because hers is because we replaced all the brakes on her Jeep, so I have those, because it's disc brake still all the way around. Then it has like the disc and like the drum portion for the back, but I'm using the front one, so the pot is only like an inch and a half deep. No, I didn't really want it to be super deep, but I'm also going to be instead of just putting it straight to the steel on there, I am getting some of the smaller fire brick to put on the bottom of that, and then having that sit on the fire brick instead of the actual painted metal. So I'm still getting that done, but we're still, like I said, cleaning the wood shop. That way I'm not embarrassed to go out there and videotape stuff out there. And then, yeah, just doing the same stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on inside the house. The bathroom we're going to be rebuilding. The girls really want a bathtub, so we've been throwing. So for all these projects, for a lot of stuff that we're doing, right? We obviously we can't afford it, but what we do is we plan. Okay, we plan for the future at the best we can. Okay, we still live life the best we can day for day, but then we have projects, we have stuff that we want to do, so we'll take a little bit of money here and throw it into a savings, or we'll take a little bit of money here, throw it into a savings, or take a little bit of money here out of the ATM or whatnot and throw it into a box, right? So we just try to stash stuff away so we can afford those things to once we get the amount of money that, so we plan, right? We already know the materials we want. We do the planning, we do the walking through the stores, writing out a materials list. I write out a cut list. I do everything. So if it's something I can fit on an entire sheet of plywood, right? So the everything is planned out to the T. For the most part, that's normally the way I like to make stuff the best I can. So you're not wasting money on materials. You're not having wasted material. Try to keep that to a minimum, and then if you have a little bit of extra or something that you can use in another project, right, you just keep that off to the side and then use it for something else. So we try to have very, very little waste the best we can. And then, well, I have my hand cranked blower, but that one, it really needs some parts on the inside. I thought just replacing the bearings with a little bit bigger bearing would work, but it really basically the whole shaft that the handle connects to needs to be replaced. So, but I've actually tried taking apart the whole thing. So it's one of the Champion style blowers, but it's not the standard one that you would think of that has a flange. This is the kind that actually sits onto a pipe, and then it has the pipe flange that's on it. So it's a little different. Some of the parts are a hair different. But until I can get that one fully repaired or know someone that knows how to repair them, because I tried taking it apart and I couldn't figure it out. I was still looking at it. But the last time I took it apart the best I could and then repainted it and changed out the bearings and put some good oil into it and whatnot, it's still kind of grinding a little bit, and it still throws bearings. So I stopped using it. But I do have another little, like the cheapo $20 hand crank thing that I had in some of my earlier videos when we were at the rental house. I still have that one. Obviously, I still have some other little, I have some of those hand pump type things for beds and all that stuff. But I don't know. I've always liked the idea of being able to build my own bellows, whether it be because I really because I think for this cart, right, that the round style bellows would be great for this. So it's still a 2-chamber bellows, but it's round, so it fit like in that cart perfectly. I have not been able to find like a really good drawing for it, but for that one, you have to have a specific type of not necessarily the frame, but the mechanism that allows, because the board that it's moving is the one in the center. So you have to be able to move it up and down together. So basically you have rods that's going through the board or connected to the board on both sides, but then it's all connected to the arms and the frame and all that. So you don't want it to tilt doing this when you're trying to pump it, right? You want it to lift straight up and straight down, straight up, straight down. So I think that's just going to be too much work for this little tiny cart. I know the traditional bellows, that just goes up and down. Those are really simple to make, really simple to hang, really simple to install. It would just be a little smaller. But yeah, even like the foot powered type plastic ones that you go for inflating like a mattress bed thing would probably work just fine too. But yeah. Wolf's got to fly. Well, I definitely appreciate you for dropping in. Thanks, Kelly. Be good. So yeah, we've already been here for an hour and 11 minutes. Really was only going to drop in for an hour, but beard product, salt. Okay, I'm going to have some of this stuff available along with beard bands. Some of this stuff will be available. Like I said, 50% of this goes back to autism awareness. The other 50% is going into our shop build. Okay, so reach out to us, ivy.forge@gmail.com. If you would like some of this, we can work out a price. And I really don't know, but I'm still going to get with JT to figure out what the difference between red, white, and blue are, and just some of the other things. Okay. I'm definitely going to be keeping probably 2 of these for myself because I still have some of the other ones that he's made for me, and then the rest will be on the table. Okay. And I don't think Gladys is going to get rid of any of her stuff because, she's like that. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Definitely thank everybody for being just a part of our life, being a part of our channel, helping us support our dreams, getting this shop built, helping us with some of these other things that we really need to do. We love every single one of you. Even for those of you that are coming in to watch this after the fact, we definitely thank you guys, especially if you've made it this far. We definitely thank you guys for dropping in and showing your support and all that stuff. We'll get this shop made. We'll get the other shop cleaned. We'll get a lot of these stuff, these other projects and stuff going as soon as we can. Okay. It is one of those, we let life happen because it's going to happen regardless. Okay. You can't sweat and worry about some of the little things in life. Okay. I already know that I will be able to afford some of these things in a couple years because I'll have a little bit better income coming in, no longer having to pay the X, right? It's just one of those things. Okay, it's all part of it. Get debt free the best you can. Okay, I know that you don't necessarily need money to do a whole lot of things. You just live life the best you can, especially if you're debt free. You're able to do that a little better, but you can't live life being without any money. You have to have some type of funding to be able to live life, especially as a YouTube artist, because you need to have internet, you need to have other stuff, right? So it is what it is, and I'm rambling now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I still need to go eat my dinner. I still need to go shower. It's been a long day, stuck on the side of the road, but truck's getting fixed. It's in the shop. Hopefully it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And I salute y'all, and we love you, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, y'all. Bye-bye now.